Good evening, my dear students. Now we are going to discuss second part of this poem. So first four stanzas we discussed in the first part of this poem, keeping quiet without doing any work. We have to sit silently without doing wars, without showing hands towards others. In the peaceful atmosphere, we have to live with our brothers, brotherlyhood. We have to bring peace among the people in the society. So for four stanzas we have discussed. In this video we are going to discuss the remaining parts of, that means remaining three stanzas, fifth, sixth and seventh. Now what I want should not be confused. Other is saying that all the people should be silent without doing any work. They have to sit there. They stop doing anything and they stop talking to others, and they have to sit together where they are by counting 1 to 12. 1 to 12 means already we discussed. 1 to 12 represents 12 hours on the wall and 12 months in the year. That's why other thinks that all the people, all the time, as far as they could, they have to sit silent because all the works so far they have done, physically or mentally, all the activities cause for the damage and destruction of the people in the country. So much destruction was taken place by the wars, by the talkings, by all the activities, by cutting trees, by using bullets, weapons and grenades. They cause for the destruction of the country. No person causes happiness for the people. That's why every activity should be stopped. What I want should not be confused. It should not be confused. Yeah, other is saying to us, yes, I told you, be quiet without doing any work, without talking to others. By hearing these words, we should not be confused with the total inactivity. That means here you should not think that if you sit silently all together without doing any work, there is a total inactivity. There is no constructive activities in this world. How can we live? How can we produce all the articles required for their survival? You may doubt. So it is not such a type of meaning you are going to get. It is not equal to inactivity. So when I told you to keep quiet without doing any work, without causing any destruction in the world, that means it is not the meaning of inactivity. Production should be taken place. That means life is what it is about. Life is what it is about means we have to live our life until the last minute given to us by God. So it is the duty of every person to live his life completely and cheerfully. I want no truck with the death. That means other main reason is what the main thing other wanted to say to us is because of all the activities of human beings, they cause for the destruction, they cause for the damage, they cause for the death of the people. That's why I want no truck with the death. Truck is nothing but a vehicle. A vehicle here, wars are taken place and the people are taken away. When diseases were taken place because of the using virus is also one of the weapons used by the people. For example, now corona. People thought that here China, here released corona, that is the virus. Because of that, he wanted to see that total of all the people in the world should die. In the same way here, I want no truck with the death. That means other wanted to see that no death will be taken place in the world because of the activities of other people in the country. All people should live happily. That's why instead of causing for the destruction, if you keep quiet, you can't cause for the destruction and all the people will live happily. And by sitting silently, you start to thinking. So far, people without thinking, they have done what they caused for the destruction of others. That's why other is saying that I don't want to see any truck with the death. Now, we are going to discuss remaining two stanzas My dear students, now sixth stanza we are going to discuss. If we were not single-minded, so Adar so far has given so many pieces of advice to us how to live happily, how to think about the past, so that people will realize and not cause further destruction. So if we were not single-minded, that means all the people together should stay with a single-mindedness. That means they have to take the one opinion. All people should think in the same manner by taking a proper decision. If we were not single-minded about keeping our lives moving. So for our happiness, what we have to do, we have to sit together and opinions of all the people should be taken place, and the thought of all the opinions of the people should be one, which causes for a happiness among the people. Such a type of decision which causes for the happiness and the peace prevails in the world. If you do not take such type of opinion and decision, and for once could do nothing. That means by taking decision, we should not do anything. That means what here? We should not cause further destruction. We have to stop all the wars. We have to stop wearing green wars and wars with the gas, wars with the fire. Such type of destructive activities we have to stop. That is the meaning of the sentence. And for once could do nothing. We should stop doing all the activities which causes for the damage and the destruction of the country. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness. So if you do not take such type of decision which causes for the happiness of the people, so much destruction will be taken place, and all the people will suffer a lot with the complete sadness they have to live. Might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with the death. So Adar is saying that might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves. If you do not stop such type of destructive activities, and we should not take a proper decision for our welfare and happiness, total destruction, understanding ourselves. Understanding should be taken place among the people without quarreling among themselves, without misunderstanding one another. They have to take a proper decision. Otherwise, here, threatening ourselves with the death. So all the people are going to die. So here in the world, for example, if you take the superpower countries, all the countries have weapons, drastic weapons. Those weapons, if they use, the total country will be smashed. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, here previously America dropped bombs, hydrogen bombs. Because of that, now also we can't see grass growing on those places. So such type of destruction by fighting among themselves without taking proper suggestions and decisions, automatically here war is taking place, everything will be smashed. So there is death prevail in the world. So Adar is saying that we have to come together and take a proper decision and come to one opinion that should give peace, happiness to us. Otherwise, all people should face death. Now, stanza 7. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead. See here, earth is a symbol of patience. Earth is carrying all the weight of all the people in the world. On the earth we are walking, we are living by constructing houses. So earth is the symbol of patience without getting any younger, without showing any destruction towards us. It is, what is that here? Carrying the total weight of us patiently. So we have to learn from the earth. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead. Actually here, if we see, So many seeds are falling down from the trees and they are covered with the earth, and the seeds seem to be dead until the rainy season comes. Whenever rain falls down, automatically the seeds which were dead, which were dormant under the earth, starts growing up. That means they are silent. Earth is silent, but at the proper time when rain falls, automatically here the seeds come out and later proves to be alive. So the dead seeds which seem to be dead now started coming one by one in the form of plants, and they will become trees, and they will give fruits to us, and they will give everything to us which are required for the construction of the house, for medicines, leaves, and barks, everything, and it will give wood also for constructing the houses. In that way, the earth is very, very beneficiable for the existence of the human beings. Now, I will count up to 12. That means Adar is saying that we have to learn something by seeing the earth. Earth seems to be calm. It is not moving this side and that side, like people, how they are fighting. So, Adar is saying that how Earth has so much patience, we also should maintain such type of patience, and we have to treat one another as brothers, as our brothers, and later perhaps prove to be alive. So seem to be dead, everything under the earth. But proper time, all the seeds are going into plants and trees and giving so much benefit to us. So Adar is saying that we have to follow the patience of earth, and though we are silent like earth, how earth causes for the happiness, for the growth in the atmosphere, in the same way, though we are silent, we have to talk to each other, we have to come to proper position, means proper decision, we have to come to proper conclusions. By those decisions and conclusions, we have to do something for the development of us. So finally, Adar is saying that now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. So Adar is saying that finally to all the people, you have to be silent and you count 1 to 12 and I am going. You keep quiet and I will go. So by the silence, what the happiness people are going to get, they have to understand, and they have to remove the destruction. In the process of in place of destruction, they have to do some activities they cause for the construction and the happiness of all the people. So my dear students, in this poem, Pablo Neruda, the Chilean poet, writes very nicely all the things relating to the happiness and the cheerfulness and delightfulness of the people. Finally, he said that we have to live happily only with the peace and the brotherlyhoodness. So we have to stop doing all the activities which cause for the destruction of the world, and we have to maintain peace, and we have to come together and sit together in the shade of the trees and live happily by taking proper decisions which causes for the peace in the world. In that way, peace is the only thing which gives happiness to all the people. So we have to maintain silence by following the morality and suggestions, pieces of advice given by the other. My dear students, thank you one and all. Have a nice day.